Hi Aries, welcome back to my channel. It's Christy here to do your October 2019 general tarot forecast. I hope that you enjoyed your September general forecast. These readings are general in nature and they are for Aries Sun, Aries Moon, and Aries rising signs. I am uploading daily free readings for everybody on my Instagram. That's RadicalAngel33. You can get a free daily reading on my Instagram. And all my socials will be posted in the description for this video below. We have the 10 of Cups jump out for you. I always love to look, see if that'll show up in your 4-card reading today. I will be pulling qualifier cards for your 4-card reading today. It's a general reading around past, present, future, and then advice for the month. And then, of course, we'll get our oracle cards here for additional information. So messages for Aries. Aries, October 2019. Aries, October 2019. Just for, ooh, and now we have another 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands can feel like, if we had to say it in a sentence, it would be like, you know, are we there yet? Is it over yet? Type thing. Something might feel like it's taken the good out of you, where it's a little bit more stressful or more work than you thought. But we have the World jump out as well here, so definitely something turning over in your favor, it looks like, in the month of October. It'll be interesting to see if they come up in your reading, however. All right, so messages. Aries, October 2019. Oh my goodness, they're just jumping all over the place. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater here. We have some really nice Apprentice energy. With your 8 of Pentacles, hard work could be paying off soon. It's just for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for October. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising for October. All right, folks, and remember that this is a general reading. If you have a personal concern or issue that you'd like your cards read for, my email address is in the description below as well. You can contact me for your own private reading. All right, so let's get your cards out. Let's look at what everything's saying together. Like I say, we will get you qualifier cards as well. Some really nice stable energy here. Oh, I mean, this is really cool to see this, particularly in your advice section here. We do have the Death card. I will be pulling a qualifier card for that. Bottom of the deck. I'm obsessed with using bottom of the deck energy. You can probably tell if you've been watching my videos for the past couple years, or if you're following me on Instagram. I adore this process. So helpful. Beautiful messages. Something you've been dying to hear is coming in to your acoustic environment. This could be an email, a voicemail, just a short conversation. It could be a reply that you've been waiting on. It could be feedback that you've been waiting for. It could just be something said that's nice to you that makes you feel that you needed to hear. Okay, so the 8 of Wands, really gorgeous energy here for bottom of the deck. I'm just going to lay this. Let's pull these down a tiny bit. I'm going to lay this up here so you can see this card in the background. I consider the bottom of the deck energy sort of just what I'm going to apply to the other energies here. So basically what we're looking at is a lot of uplifting information. Just short and sweet way to put that is just uplifting, outgoing, positive messages. All right, and then for our past, so something you're just leaving behind at the beginning of the month would be the 3 of Cups. Could be a third-party situation involved here, but generally just a minor celebration, something that you found a little bit exciting, something that got your friends together. Generally speaking, just feeling really supported by your own peer group here is something that you have just left the month, or you're just moving out of as you move into October. The biggest issue, however, or the present moment, is the problem, question, or challenge for you. And this is the Lovers card. So curious to learn that the Lovers is actually ruled by fire. It's ruled by Leo. and that the Justice card is ruled, this is ruled by Libra, and the Justice card is ruled by Leo, which I had a hard time wrapping my head around, but nonetheless, this is a very, very powerful sort of loving commitment card. It doesn't necessarily have to be with another person. It could be toward an ideal. It can be a way of life. It can be an attitude or even a direction or type of communication, remember. But it could have something to do with your peer groups, or it could have something to do with the way that they've introduced something to you. It just looks like you need to make your mind up about something here in the month of October. The Lovers just basically also suggests that there is some sort of, debate between the mind and the heart around this issue. And I'm going to suggest, following your heart no matter what. If this has to do with a romantic situation, I would always put yourself first, no matter what is going on. Even if you don't make a specific decision right now, or you don't make a move rather, whatever deciding factors you have to make, or if you're making a pros and cons list, I highly recommend pros and cons lists, especially when there's a big decision that needs to be made here. It would just be really helpful for you to remember yourself in this situation. It could be career, it could be relational, it could be, communication style, for heaven's sakes, but always put yourself first, what makes you feel at ease, what fulfills your needs and requirements, because everyone has to look out for themselves, right? This is our job as adults. So make sure that any decision making here in the month of October for you, Aries, puts you front and center, and not to be selfish about it necessarily, but to really, you have to count yourself. Yes, the other person or commitment or issue or, path does matter. But ultimately, you have to look at yourself every day in the mirror, and that's what this is going to rest on in order to have the best outcomes. In the future, we're looking at the outcome, what's to come, what's likely to happen. You have something that's moving at somewhat slower of a pace than you would have preferred. Something just feels like it's maybe dragging its heels, but ultimately, it's built to last, right? So you can have some element or feel or a sense of boredom here, but remember, something's built to last and something is quite valuable here as well. It could be a lesson. It could be problem solving. It could have to do with an investment or a value system here as well, but it could have to do also with an earth sign, or an earth sign type person. So someone who's very earthy, practical, someone who's good with numbers, someone who really enjoys and finds it easy to live in the world of the five senses. So Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo individual could feature here. And this is really the most exciting card, I think, out of the whole reading for you so far is our advice, right? This is the action or what is needed. The transformation in this deck is the Death card. It's Scorpio ruled. That's 8th house. We have sex, death, and rebirth. We have shared finances. Could be value systems, right? So we're looking at essentially in terms of what is needed for this to get shaken up or move even faster or more securely in the direction that you need it to is to fill a void, right? See, with death, it's something that you were probably anticipating, saw coming, right? Or were given, maybe insight even into. I don't think that this is going to be particularly sudden or upsetting, however, but I still think it's something that is going to leave what is known as a void, right? So whether you're getting rid of something here, like a conscious decision, or something's moving out of your life or being removed for you, there's going to be a void here, and we're going to want to pay attention to that because nature abhors a vacuum, right? So if there's anything here, even if these are in relation and you want to get rid of something that's you feel necessarily that's holding you back, for example, you're going to have to put something in its place, right? And it can't just be worry, it has to be an action. So we're looking at active behavior here. We're looking at the world of the five senses here. We're looking at water-ruled Scorpio or 8th house energy behind the transformation or death card here. So, it's hard. There's no pastel area here. I'm trying so hard to say it like it's heavy. It's not necessarily heavy in a bad way. It's severe, right? There's a severity here with the death card. Something is permanent, right? So permanent void, or a permanent release, or a permanent giveaway, or a permanent decision, right? Remember, these two bookmark each other. The decision here, the Lover's card, what do you love? And then, this Death card here. So it could have to do, again, as a general reading, whether it's business, and especially with Pentacles right in the center of everything, and friendships. It could have to be, someone you work with, you really enjoy, someone you've built a relationship with, whether this is financial, platonic, romantic, whatever that case is. And it could just and nothing to do with another human being. And it could just strictly be about your own studies and your own path at this time. But again, here with the transformation, it's just really important to point out, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. I really do encourage all of us, no matter what a big decision means for you, take your time. If you have the time, take it and write a pros and cons list, Aries. It will really, really help clear your head, I promise. So, wow. Holy smokes. Okay. That jumped out as I was about to say. I'm shuffling with the card, with relation to looking at what this means, what the transformation card means for you, or the death card, right? Remember, we talked about a void. We talked about, releasing something, removing something. What is this in relation to, or what does this have to say, or what really could essentially take its place? I was just looking for some qualifying information for the death card, and we had this gorgeous new opportunity, this full heart, this new realization. It could even be a spiritual path, kind of notwithstanding what you're doing. Let's just say this is a study group and you need new information and you made your mind up about something and it's really low key, or it's milquetoast, nothing crazy or dramatic is going on. This could even be, a new spiritual insight, and it could have nothing to do with what you've just accomplished here, or it could have everything to do with it, right? As a general matter. We're dealing with some more water energy here. So something here that's going to touch your heart. You could find some happiness, or say a new discovery here within a peer group, or within, a support group here. But ultimately, to see both the Death card and the Ace of Cups come out together, I would say if you do feel a void after something is taken from you, or you release something here after a big decision is made here, it will be because of love. And what did we say at the very beginning here with the Lover's card? You have to love yourself through this decision. You have to put yourself through first. And this is your cup being full. This is your pure love for yourself, if not a spiritual matter or spiritual, I would say, a spiritual development sort of, but one made of the heart, something that you don't see necessarily. You almost have to experience for yourself. And then in relation with these guys all sort of working out together, it's like new information around this, or a new direction is provided to you that you find very exciting and very fulfilling. So Aries, I am pleased as punch to see this for you. We're just going to get some jumper cards from our other oracle decks here. Nothing is saying that this is going to be a difficult month for you at all. I think it's just going to be, you got to put your sort of, what's it called? Something to the grindstone. I don't know that term. Feet to the grindstone? Metal. Keep going in the direction that you're going. Nothing saying stop, hold back, or anything like that. But I do think a big decision is required of you, and it will have to do with love. We have two really potent love cards here for you. As you can see, Ace of Cups is really all about, just pure love, essentially. And then the Lover's card is a big decision around issues concerning love. Here we have serendipity. You're on the right path if you have a 4-leaf clover. Really, really lovely to see this here. I mean, I don't necessarily compare all of my oracle cards to the tarot, but there are some cards that just fit. And, this in a sort of, in an intuitive sense really gives me the Fool vibes, right? The Fool is really just about taking a leap of faith here. So, I would trust your instincts at this time. I would look to, nature as well. Like, what is natural to you? What is natural to the process? What makes you feel at home? What makes you feel safe, right? But serendipity is allowing yourself to be swept away by something here that feels like good luck. So I think the only caveat that we have to look at when it comes to serendipity is to say that if something is too good to be true, it probably is. Besides that, I would say serendipity is just a really lovely path to be on in the month of October for you, Aries. I think there's just, generally speaking, despite this death card, and I know, you know, maybe other readers would look at that differently. I don't know. I think all these cards together, the card positions that they're in, obviously doing, you know, my own feelings about these cards and where they're laying, etc. I don't necessarily, it's same with the Tower card. I don't necessarily see these as negative energies at all, but they are powerfully disrupting or altering energies. But you know what? That's not always a bad thing either. So something is going to be altered here, but I think it'll lead you to your highest self, or you'll be really happy and at peace with it ultimately. All right, so Angel of the Oracle. Let's get a card for you here. So we have 3. Let's just take this one here. We had a bunch turn around in the deck was up when I was shuffling, but there was just too many. Look at that, folks. Spiritual growth. Yeah, I mean, look, this, as a general matter, the Ace of Cups can mean a few different things. Yes, it can mean spiritual transformation as well. I do see this in conjunction here. It is resting on top of this newly created void or disillusionment with something that you have to let go of, right? You have to sort of, this is very, very much Phoenix energy as well. So coming back stronger and better than you were before, right? I don't think death makes us stronger. I think there could even be an ego death here as well, right? With these very positive messages. And then with this Oracle card with spiritual growth in it as well. If this is a spiritual development reading for you, Aries, I would say that you're definitely going to have reached a new pinnacle by the end of the month. And even if it isn't, or if you didn't go out seeking that type of personal development, you might have just found it. And hopefully you can recognize it. I think that's part of the process. Sometimes it's given to us or put in our laps or right before us, and it's like we don't want to see it, or we don't think we're ready for it, or something like that. But you know what? Maybe just go with it. Go with it. See how you feel. As you become lighter and truer and more honest with yourself. We do have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. This could be creativity. It could be about spiritual matters as well. But the romance angels really are about 5th house energy or Leo energy, creativity, children, excitement, effervescence, just someone who is, it's the sun, it's sun-ruled energy, so something that gives you life. So engagement is just about, becoming more deeply involved in something, right? More committed, more, just deeper. There's going to be a deeper level of knowledge, commitment, personal power, spiritual growth. I mean, whatever that is, right? I mean, we do have the death card there, so it's going to be deep. Whatever it is, it's going to be deep. Here we have, out of our medicine cards, the spider. We have weaving. I think we all know the old adage, be careful what you weave, that you don't deceive. Make sure you're not deceiving yourself or someone else in the process of you personally developing here, or that you're trying to conceal something would be the only caveat here with the spider. Again, I think a great way to learn what it is truly that's in your heart is to write at least one pros and cons list, maybe even a series of them, to get to the heart of the matter in October. So Aries, that was your reading. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I really love reading for you guys. So thank you so much for commenting below. Let me know how you feel about these readings. Like and share my videos. That really helps me out as well. And then subscribe to my channel. I upload videos for your sign every single month, and then daily free videos on my Instagram. And you can follow me there. All my information is in the description box below, including my email address for you to get a personal reading. So until we meet next time, take excellent care, Aries. Bye for now.